turn on music in order to make myself feel good or something. I usually do it when I am feeling good already.
If I'm working and the music's not playing, I think, oh, the music's not playing. So I must have some need if it fills that need.
You know, it's definitely not a background thing. I mean, I'm involved in it, and, you know, I'm a drummer, so my feet are going, and my hands and my fingers, you know, and it just, the time just flies by.
It's just overall an excitement. Constantly new music, new bands, new artists.
You know, growing up, it's just funny because you can almost mark every couple of years how you look back and you think, where was I in my life then, and what kind of music was I listening to? It's a really good match. You know, everyone goes through that teenage angst period. So of course I listened to that music that my parents probably hated and that I hate now, but it set the tone, you know? It's funny because whenever you're in a bad mood, you think you want to listen to something happy, but it's the opposite. When you're in a bad mood, you want to listen to angry, sad music, and you're like, yeah, I can identify with that.
It just brings back such memories, you know, fraternity parties, being in college. It's just fun to remember that time.
Did that answer your question?
So in today's age, we all listen to music. What music therapists do is we use music intentionally. With all of the brain science that's going on, they're actually being able to map in the brain what parts are activated when you listen to music. Well, one of my clients is a young boy, very, very musically inclined, with autism. Social interaction has to be taught. It isn't intuitive. As he learns to communicate through music therapy more and more comfortably and through music, it will then spill out into his life. We had a song that was, "What is your name?" And he would say, "My name is thus and such." And then when he went to school, he was able to respond when asked that question. He understood the response, and he didn't have to sing it back, he could speak it back. Well, I have an older client that I work with, mid-60s, developmentally challenged, and I've worked with him for nearly 3 years now, and we'll have instances in the music therapy where he plays his drums or I pull out music, and I can ask him questions, and he's able to clearly, with his words, communicate his song preference. Because I'll say, do you want to listen to Johnny Cash, Elvis, or big band? And if he says big band, then I flip the order, or he say, no, Johnny Cash, which he wasn't doing before. And then we'll go and do the music, and he'll finish lyrics and plays the drums and just has a great time, but all the time I'm stimulating his brain into another area to increase that language. Everybody should try music therapy. And those who often come to music therapy come to it as they've tried everything else at this point. And suddenly I don't want to say it's magical, because it's not. It's very thought out what we're doing, but something happens. And I think it's by the very nature of music. You cannot ignore rhythm. I've been in groups where I go to set up and do drumming with a group who may not necessarily want to be there, and they will sit there with their arms crossed and look at me like I don't want to do this, but that drum starts and you look over, there's a toe just tapping, something's moving, because we are rhythmic beings. We cannot be in existence without our heartbeat and our ability to breathe, which is all part rhythm. And I also believe that everybody just has a right to be heard. Yes, we might be working on gross motor skills or trying to strengthen an arm after a stroke or get language back, but all of that is about helping that person to express themselves. And so get their story heard. And music therapy and music provides that opportunity.